The following is a presentation of TFNN. Live at TFNN, The Money Masters.
Let's go to Carlos in California. Hey, Carlos, what's going on?
I want to thank you guys for all that you do for TFNN. I've been a Tiger for over 10 years. Actually, I started listening to you before I even speak a word of English.
Oh, really?
And the thing that captivated me was when you make like, rawr. I was like, wow, what is that?
That is so cool. And where are you from?
Take it serious. I'm from the south, actually the northwest part of Mexico.
I love
right
it.
next to Guayabitos.
Okay.
It's close to Puerto Vallarta.
Okay, cool.
Yes, and I listen from there, and then when I arrived here, I married my wife, and then I keep listening to your radio station.
That's a beautiful thing, man.
It's such a great thing.
Now, your Money Masters, Tom O'Brien and Steve Rhodes.
Welcome, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us, the Tigers and Tigresses. We have the Dow right now up 40, NASDAQ up 14, S&Ps are up 6. We have, let's see, gold up 650, silver's down 13 cents, platinum is flat, oil is flat, bonds are down 10 ticks. Wait for those bonds, folks. You're going to see a failure in the market. It's already happened. It's an ABC down. Bonds are going to go to the moon. King dollar down 39 ticks, trading out at 79.36. And you know what, folks?
Are bonds going to the full moon?
They are going to the full moon,
right? They're going to the
I was
full
looking
moon,
at that baby last night. It was pretty amazing.
Absolutely.
There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
And, okay, they're not selling enough worm burgers at McDonald's anymore.
Yeah, now, you know, I had mentioned that they were down. I didn't get a chance to pull up the chart, but you were pulling up the chart. You got to show this to folks.
Folks, wait to see this. Now, this is pretty amazing. And if you really want to see how inside a market, price and volume basically talk, walk, and squawk, okay? McDonald's is a perfect specimen of that. And what you have is this. You had McDonald's, one of the best stocks in the marketplace, folks. And this is a big heads up for all you bulls out here, okay? Because there's no doubt McDonald's, dynamite stock too, by the way, okay? So, but watch what it did. The last time it had any juice on the way up goes all the way back to 91, okay? So then it went from 91 to $100, no juice. But what you can get out of this, someone always has more information than you. That's continual. And even the person that has the information, someone else more than him.
Sure,
okay?
absolutely.
Or her.
Yes.
Bottom line, the first bit of information came out on January 3rd. They sold McDonald's down, 101 to 98. That's a monster selling it down, right? Sells it down.
That's not enough for you, me, and the Tigers.
No, that's
no
someone.
chance.
That's someone knows what's happening inside the company.
That's right.
Selling it.
That's right.
So sells it down from 101 to 98. Does it with 8 million shares. Now watch this though. Down with 8 million. It makes a high with 5 million. Oh really? Now watch. Sells it down again with 11 million. That's the operator getting out of the stock, giving it to the public, big time, right? What ends up happening? Makes another high again with 6 million. Oh, really? Now, this one is really subtle, but watch it for a second. You come down with 5.2, you make a high again with 4, and now it's kaput. It's over.
I mean, because what's the volume already? We've only been trading for 40 minutes. 40 minutes.
You're 5 million.
5 million.
And it's trading at 96, and this wants to go to 83 now.
Yeah.
It just ate everyone's lunch, dinner, and breakfast from December 8th.
Yeah.
And literally, you know, as I normally say 6.5 hours, but we know that did it in a minute.
Yeah. So, you know, what you're actually showing here is the entire reason that I'm actually sitting next to you.
Yeah.
Okay? Because that's what started the whole thing. Because you would still take a look at McDonald's, you know, owning that stock, being in, you know, great, you know, take a look at the numbers that are out there. Their same-store sales were up.
Yes.
7.5% or whatever.
Right.
I mean, I just took a quick peek at the news that was out there.
Right.
So fundamentally, you know, you'd say, hey, this is a strong company, a strong stock.
Right.
And then the thing would fall out of bed. And what really first drove me to you was, why in the heck, I didn't really use that word.
Right.
Okay. How can this happen? Because I was like, well, wait a minute, all this fundamentals doesn't make sense.
Right.
And that's where I want people to really understand, being able to take a look at any chart, being able to see a high volume bar out there, and understand that if you're in the stock, that's what your risk is.
It's huge.
Okay, that's where you can always really, identify what your real risk is, because those high volume bars are typically going to be the area where it could drop to, where it could gap down to,
right,
or it's going to move down into,
right.
And you always want to be taking a look at, okay, here I've enjoyed this run, if you will.
That's right.
And when that gap starts widening, I don't mean a gap in the market, folks, just a gap between where real price is, if you will, and where you're at, and then you've got to make that decision: is it worth it to hang on here for what other pattern it is that might be completely
because they don't let you out. The market does not let you out, folks. And if you look into this at a weekly, what you have is this: okay, the week at $86. That's the last time it had any volume, and at that point, that's what Steve's talking about. You got to really look at it and say, okay, do I want to stay at highs with no volume?
Yeah.
When you wake up in the morning and you're out. Now,
you just got to be aware of it. So look, when it happens, that's why I say I've spent time even this week at our during our road tour, if you will, about the three phases of whatever it is that you want to do in life.
Right.
I just simply call it dabblers, stressors, and masters, because to me it's always been about wanting to master something,
right,
in life. And that's where understanding volume, understanding these chart patterns, is because when you master something, you just simply expect it. You expect,
right,
and so when you're taking a look at those volumes, if you're going to stay in the stock, you may not like it, but when you can deal with the expectation, you just deal with it. You accept that and move on.
No, that is what's so cool. And what happens, folks, is this: if you do the work into it, you will not get slapped in the back of the head. And certain things you won't like, but you've made a choice before that to stay in it.
That's right.
Get out
exactly. Yeah, you've made that decision,
but you
which
won't
is cool.
Well, when it happens, like when that happens at McDonald's, it's not, if you understand how the out-of-time and trade works, that's not surprising.
Right.
That's what it was supposed to do.
Well, but the other thing, so how you can use it, so that you understand, fear. So I'm just going to, dissect and bisect, as Tom likes to say, okay? And so when you take a look at what Tom's saying, so let's just say you stayed in the McDonald's stock, which was cool because you still knew that your high volume area was down at 86, all right,
okay,
or whatever that
right,
price was. What you were looking for was some other signatures up at the top where you started to see some actual institutional selling.
That's right.
Because if you don't see any institutional selling there, then it's okay to stay in at that stage. I mean, you still always have that risk, but when you start to see those signatures of some institutional selling, that's when you've got to say to yourself, this has been a good lunch. And, might as well at least start to reduce your exposure.
Right. And, so I just brought up McDonald's at the last 13F filings, right?
Yeah.
So these come out, so you had, let's see, T. Rowe Price sold a third of their position. MFS, okay, that's always a big heads up, because once MFS goes, Fidelity's going to go, Wellington's going to go after it. Okay. They sold 2/3 of their position.
Yeah.
Capital World, that's nothing. That's American funds. Right there, Capital World.
Yeah.
BlackRock sold 1/2 of their position, and there's Wellington. Look at that. So they start selling.
Sure.
They start selling. Now, what's interesting here, it looks like Fidelity actually was buying, and
so they were just switching between funds.
We'll see what ends up happening.
So they were also selling that.
No, what I was saying there is that normally when MFS is going, is going, Wellington's going,
I got it. Okay.
The battery match is going in Fidelity, but Fidelity was buying. Fidelity owns 5.3% of the take.
Oh man. Well, they're getting hit this morning.
And there's a question at the end. It says institutions always sell at the right time. No, that's not the point that Steve's making. What he's making, folks, is this: is that don't believe for 1 second that a professional is better. When I say professional, meaning what I mean specifically, folks, is an institutional fund. Don't think for a second that they know more than you. I can tell you something. If you listen to us, they don't. It's not even close. Okay?
That's right.
It's not even close. What it is, however, is this: is that big money, okay, can push stocks up. And once they start unloading, you don't want to be near them.
Yeah, because there's signatures. That's right. There's signatures out there that give you a clue.
Huge.
And that's really all you're looking for. Success leaves clues.
Yeah,
it always leaves clues. And so, when you're taking a look at, you take a look at your portfolio that you have, and you've had a nice run. You want to understand where is it that stock or equity could drop to? Where is that volume bar out there? And it's so easy. Put it up on any charting system. You can identify that. because that'll stick out. Your charts, they absolutely stick out so nicely, if you will. So you want to understand that. And then you want to take a look at those highs. Are there distribution days? Just simply high volume days down versus high volume days up, if you will.
Right.
And when you start seeing that, that's where those success leaves clues. That's where you can see that you've got institutional selling that's going on. And you still got a chance because it's only during that markdown phase, if you're not out of there, that you're going to absolutely get crushed.
Toasted and roasted. Toasted and roasted.
So when was the last time you had a McDonald's hamburger or...
Probably, oh my God, I don't know, maybe 30, 40 years ago.
Is it really? Yeah. Oh, man.
It's probably that long.
Yeah. But how about the French fries?
French fries... Is that
a different story?
That's a different story.
Okay, good.
I love their French fries. Yeah. I haven't had them a lot, but I'd say I had the French fries maybe a year and a half ago.
Yeah. But that's what really... I think that's what really made them.
Oh, listen,
was the French fries, wasn't it?
I know the exact story. The exact story goes like this, folks, okay?
I love it.
So you get a picture. The McDonald brothers were from Vermont, but they were out in California.
Yes.
And... Ray
they put maple syrup in those French fries?
No, but listen, this is what it was. This is pretty amazing. So you had Idaho potatoes, number one, right?
Okay.
But what it was is that the humidity where they were in California, they used to put them in their cellar.
Okay.
You get stacks and stacks of them, right? And they would let them lay there, right? And something in the humidity would get them going.
Okay.
And then they'd bring them up and they'd go through this whole deal. And then, of course, they always had... And what happened years ago, folks, is that people, they wouldn't clean their oil. They didn't use clean oil. Well, they kept frying things, and, they wouldn't change their oil.
Yes.
McDonald brothers were meticulous about that in a huge way.
Okay, right.
So when Ray Koch saw it, he said in the book, he said it took him 8 or 9 months to perfect.
Okay, that fermentation process.
Yeah, of how it comes out of the cellar. How exactly.
Okay.
But isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
And it's so cool. I mean, it's really interesting.
Hey, and every chef has their secrets.
Well, I'll tell you. I'll tell you a secret with the one of the secrets with Starbucks when they were actually first starting.
Yeah.
Which is pretty amazing. Is that all it really had to do with it? They were getting good beans.
Right.
But what they were doing, they started in Seattle. Seattle's kind of like Boston, old cities, Detroit, whatever.
Right.
And all the the piping is all old, right?
Okay.
And lead piping, bang. All new, every one of their stores, folks, what they do is that you not only get the new piping, you get the new piping right out to the street.
I see.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So all the way out to the water supply.
Right out to the supply, coming back. Right.
No kidding.
Yeah. And that was one of their secrets at the very beginning.
Oh.
And yeah, I know, man. It's so cool because what happens is that it totally makes sense. You're getting fresh everything.
Yeah.
Now I'm sure they're even a lot more sophisticated, but that was a big deal.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. No, it's pretty wild, man. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We have the Dow right now up 44. Nasdaq up 13. S&P's up 7. You stay right there, folks. We're going to be coming right back.
Go buy some McDonald's French fries.
Yeah.
X-Story Gold Mines, an NYSE Amex-listed company trading under the symbol XG, is slated to be the newest gold-silver producer in Argentina. X-Story is forecast to produce more than $250 million in bullion annually, beginning in 2013, at a cash cost of less than $200 for each ounce of gold produced. That forecast will make X-Story one of the highest margin operators in South America and a sector leader in the mining industry. X-Story has $50 million in its treasury, having spent over $60 million to date on drilling and engineering. The ultimate size of its Argentina discovery could be determined by year-end, as results from the 6 drills operating at the site are fully assessed. To find out more about X-Story Gold Mines and their exciting growth potential, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE Amex under the symbol XG.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of investment newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today, click Investment Newsletters, and get Ken Shree's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
You've always taken the long view when it comes to investing, but what if there's an opportunity right under your nose? What if you could be more responsive to market trends to seek to boost your portfolio performance right now while seeking to reduce your overall risk? At Direction Funds, we connect investors with alternative strategies that seek to maximize their returns. Smart investors deserve smart alternatives. Find yours at directionfunds.com. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risk charges, and expenses of Direction Funds carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Funds. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact the Direction Funds at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. Investing in index funds may be more volatile than investing in broadly diversified funds. Distributed by Rafferty Capital Markets, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of The Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, author of Mastering Probabilities, a daily investment and trading newsletter, and teacher of the money game. Studies show that 3 out of 5 people are afraid for their life in trading these markets, and the number one reason given is fear of loss. Look, fear stands for false evidence appearing real, and the money game proves it. Lesson number 1, don't risk more than 1% of your trading capital on any trade. Why, you ask? Because 35 trades in a row where you risk 50 cents and make $1 are all you need to double your trading capital, versus the 230 losing trades in a row you would need to bring your balance to $100. Let me teach you more about the money game, risk-free for 30 days. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and click on my name, Steve Rhodes, for your 30-day risk-free trial. You were born to be a money master, and I'll teach you how.
Here's what people are saying about Tiger TV.
Let's go to John in Tampa. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
A wonderful day. I love your Tiger TV. I watch it every day. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, man, I appreciate you out there watching it. How long have you been watching the Tiger TV?
I'm watching almost a month now, and it's wonderful.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it's cool. You see the charts and everything. Thanks so much for the hard work.
Tiger TV, a great news service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Goldfields. For more information, just click the Goldfields banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us, folks. We get the Dow right now up 37, Nasdaq's up 12, S&Ps are up 5. The small caps just went red, and you can expect the rest of this market's going to go red, folks. We have an ABC structure on the way down. Now, over at TFNN, folks, okay, this week, and it's this week only, we have a Tiger Dollar promotion. The way that promotion works is you can make 20 to 30% on your money. What you get if you buy Tiger Dollars this week is that I'm going to do a Master Trader series on March 29th. That's going to be live all day. Markets are open. Break during lunchtime. And we're going to go through the art of time in the trade from the first to the last to understand how markets move. You get that absolutely free, and that's the only way you can get it, folks, if you buy Tiger Dollars. Now, Tiger Dollars have no expiration date. They're transferable. So the bottom line, if you want to get a great deal, now's the time to get it. Particularly, not only I'm doing the Master Trader full day live, our man Steve is going to be coming to Denver, Colorado, March 23rd and 24th. April 13th and 14th, he's going to be in Tampa, and he's going to be in Boston April 27th and 28th. And if you want to understand how these markets move, folks, come to his Master Trader, buy the Tiger Dollars now, because you're going to get a triple banger.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're going to have 2 full days of, and they'll be full days.
Right. And that's in person.
Yeah. So it'll be if just simply if you've got the least bit interest in in really understanding this money business and how to take advantage of it. And then, and the other thing that you allowed me to do here was to give people a unconditional money back guarantee.
Oh, yeah.
That's true. It was just simply
exactly.
So in essence, I'm taking all the risk.
Yes.
Okay. And if whoever attends doesn't believe that they got the value, no questions asked. Give them their money back.
So there you go, folks.
That's how certain I am that I can actually impact somebody's life.
And
that's to me that's really what it's all about. To me that's absolutely what it really is all about.
There's no doubt about it.
And there's so many other influencing factors that are out there that if we let them get in our way, we're missing the real opportunity that's in front of us. And
right.
Even during break we were talking about just simply you were telling the great story about McDonald's and the fries.
Right.
And I didn't know that story. But we were also talking about Starbucks. Okay, and how important the water actually is, to their, and that's really just sitting in front of us. Just how important water is to each of us.
Big time.
My favorite, one of my favorite adult beverages is sake.
Yeah.
Well, the whole difference.
You got me hooked on it now too.
Okay. Well, there's more types of sake out there than there are wines in France or anywhere, which people don't really understand. But you understand if you're over in Japan, if you will.
Right.
And their sake, okay, the different flavors of sake, it's all based on water and rice. I mean, the better the water, the better the rice that's over there. It has a total,
Right.
In the United States, what happened is they started trying to create sake. Maybe it was like one of the breweries, a Budweiser, whoever it might have been. Okay.
Yeah.
Absolute hogwash. And when you think, and it's because of the rice that they had access to and they were using, and the water that they were using. So when you talk about the Starbucks,
right?
And I sit here and say, yeah, it's of course it's really right in front of you. And so a part of that, folks, is just really that oftentimes so much is really just sitting right in front of you.
Yes.
And it's a matter of being able to have the right focus on what you need to in order to be able to play this game.
Yeah, totally. Come over to our website, folks. You can take advantage of the Tiger dollars right now. Bottom line, get March 29th for free. Come to Steve's workshop. You get your money back if you don't like it. And that's not going to happen. Well, listen, that's your choice.
Yes, that's right. So when we were on the air yesterday at 10:30, and I was showing the 30-minute Euro chart, said, "Oh, look at that, a 1.618 and a 1.272 expansion of swing points." Man, was that a call?
It was,
because from that stage, the market just continued its move north.
It did,
if you will, and but that portion of the move, and it made a 1 to 1.272 A to B equals CD. And so that's why you really want to understand this sacred geometry, both from the standpoint of when it works and when it doesn't work.
Right.
In how to actually trade with it.
Yes.
Okay. So now we're going to take a look at a Nadex trade.
Yeah. Right? Okay, folks. If you haven't test drove the Nadex platform yet, come over to our website at TFNN, and these are binary options, and that's what we're going to do here. Now I'm going to do a weekly because we got till tomorrow. I'm going to do a daily and a weekly, actually. 1351. This gets interesting. So, 52. 1351. Okay, so if I do... So the way this works, folks, is that it's a yes or no that we're talking about right now. So if you come over to our website at TFNN, you can see the Nadex banner. Pull up the Nadex banner. You can sign up for a demo account. And as soon as we come back, we'll walk you through this. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We get the Dow up 33. Nasdaq up 6. S&P's up 11. We'll be coming right back, folks. Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you want to get great trade setups in equity as well as the option market, come over to TFNN.com and test drive my daily newsletter, Market Insights, for 2 weeks absolutely free. Each trade setup comes with a profit projection as well as stop placement. Included in Market Insights is a Twitter alert service. This allows you to take advantage of intraday setups. Volatility is back in the markets. What does that mean to you? To me, it spells short-term opportunity each and every day. The days of trending up on lighter volume are gone. We have come off the highs with volume across the globe. Don't get caught in a complacency trap. Many of the indices have given back 2 months of trading in 1 week. We have a trader's market. You can take advantage of this traders market by test driving my daily newsletter, Market Insights, free for 2 weeks. Market Insights will give you the edge you're looking for in the markets. Go to TFNN.com under newsletter. Hit the Market Insight tab for your 2-week free test drive right here, right now.
In just December of last year, the price of gold was down over 10%. In today's highly volatile gold market, you need someone in your corner that understands the complex relationships that exist within the price of gold, as well as within a variety of gold equities. Whether it's the South African gold miners and knowing how the Rand-dollar relationship will affect their bottom line, or understanding how John Paulson's $5 billion trade in the GLD can move the market, Tom O'Brien gives you the direction you need to become a better trader each week in his newsletter, The Gold Report. With over 20 individual equities covered and almost another 20 on the potential watch list each week, in addition to covering the XAU, HUI, GLD, and dollar, The Gold Report is a great source for any trader that is looking to be diversified in today's volatile gold market. For your 30-day free trial to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report, log on to TFNN.com today. Don't miss out on this great offer. Act now.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes that a carefully selected portfolio can lower volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angela O'Brien, First Vice President and Certified Financial Planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
In the world of financial markets, there's a new player in town with an exciting new way to trade the markets. Nadex now offers binary options as well as bull spreads in a wide range of indices along with commodity and forex markets. With as little as $100, you can gain access to a new way to trade global financial markets while guaranteeing that your risk will always be capped. Nadex allows you to multiply your trading opportunities in ways never imagined before and access markets you once thought were out of reach. With short-term trading opportunities available, including binary options expiring each hour the market is open, Nadex allows you to take advantage of a variety of market conditions regardless of volatility or market direction. Now is the time to take advantage of this exciting new market. Don't let this trading opportunity pass you by. Open your account today by clicking on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Nadex, a better way to trade.
This segment is brought to you by Crocodile Gold. For more information, just click the Crocodile Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We get the Dow up 42 right now. NASDAQ up 15. S&P's up 7. And so if you went over to our website, folks, and you hit the Nadex banner, you can open that demo account. And what you're looking at here, you're looking at a demo account right now. And you're looking at the... Actually, I should go into the small... No, I'll stay in the S&Ps. Now, you can do dailies. You can actually do what the close is at 11 o'clock this morning or the close this afternoon. I'm going to go do this one here. I'm going to do the close tomorrow night. Okay. At 4:15.
Okay.
So right now we're at 1359.75. Now, what I expect we have here, folks, is an ABC structure on the way down. So before you do this, what you want to look at and say, okay, first you're going to speculate is to say, okay, so if we look at the S&P, first I'll bring up the future.
Yeah.
And when we're taking a look at the future, it's okay. It's done everything that it should have done, meaning that it's so sweet. If you want to see how this works, folks, we came up this morning at 6 a.m., and of course, Steve was looking at this, I was looking at this. You know, we woke up, the futures to the moon this morning. It's like, okay, what are you doing? Well, you know what? You had 6,300 contracts going into 100,000. That's what it was doing, folks, okay? That's the way it was set up. Now, what we've done thus far this morning is this. Your first leg down, had some good juice in it. Okay, so we came down to first 1360.50. Then we got to a low. Volume contracted somewhat to 1350. Okay, no, not 1359 rather. Now, what should happen here is that it's happening right now. You run back up to the 1360.50.
Right.
And you take the volume characteristic from that, because this is a classic. You have a larger ABC. Now you're doing a smaller ABC. The bottom of that bar is 1360.50. Now it's going to be hard to actually break in and up into that bar. We'll see how this shakes and bakes.
Right.
So what I do is this: I'm going to take the top of that, which is 1365. I'm going to take the bottom of it, which is 58. Okay, so you get 7 points, right? You take the 7 points, I'm going to say that, okay, the 7 points is coming off the 1361, which gives me 1355.
Right.
So at 1355, now I'm going to give myself till tomorrow at the close. So now I'm going to say, okay, we want to close under 1355. I got to get this closer so I can just see first. I'll put it right back up there. 1352. I'll take 1352. Okay, so watch how this works. 1352 is on the weekly. So at 1352, it's 67. So if I sold one contract at 66.50, what that's saying is that I'm risking $33.50 to make 66. And that's what I just did. Now what I'm going to need, I need to close under 1352 by 4:15 tomorrow. Yeah. So we'll see where that baby shakes and bakes.
I love it.
Hey, I was just talking. What you have to do, Carlos, I need your help out there.
That's great.
Well, what's going on? You talk about a trip of a lifetime. Kyle, our son, is going down to Mexico. He's going fishing, folks. Okay, and you get a picture. The quality of life where our office is, folks, is pretty sick. There's no two ways about it. The bottom line is that they're going down there. He's flying, but this guy's got an insane Viking boat.
Okay.
So the captain's driving the boat. And we're in the Gulf of Mexico anyway, so he's bringing the boat down there.
Yeah.
They're going 60 miles south of Cancun.
Okay.
And he's going for a week.
Oh, man.
And that's all they're going to do is fish. Now, I brought, Angie was telling me it was Puerto Vallarta, but I think it's Puerto Vallarta. And I was looking on the map, and I couldn't. The only reason I'm saying that, when I brought up fishing, man, you should see these tunas. Oh, my God.
So is that what they're going down to fish for?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, what I'm figuring, you're not bringing a Viking down with a captain. It takes them 3 or 4 days to get down there.
Yeah.
They're going to be there a week fishing and then come all the way back.
Yeah.
So, and they've done this before, and this guy's a big fisherman out of Clearwater. So anyway, Kyle's, you get a picture. Picture's 16 years old and you're doing that, folks. Oh my God!
Yeah. Hey, I want him to bring back some tuna.
I want him to put us in the suitcase, man. Oh, give me a break, man! Unbelievable.
You're gonna be doing a different kind of fishing next week.
Oh, I am, man. Let's get a Mark in Boston. Hey, Mark, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, how you doing?
I'm doing great, man. You having a good day out there?
Yeah, a good day. Can't complain. It's beautiful. We got some nice weather. You came here when the weather wasn't so good, but
yeah, spring has sprung up there, right?
Oh, we got one fantastic day today, man.
Sweet, man, sweet.
Hey, Steve, how you doing?
I'm doing great. So hopefully you guys have that same weather for the opening game.
Oh, well, yeah,
which is going to be, I think, sometime in April. I think they've delayed. I think they've delayed some of the games in the north just in case of some cooler weather up there. Yeah.
Well. Yeah, usually opening day's tends not to be the nicest day for some reason.
I know. And they still fill it. Doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah. We got some good fans here, sports fans here.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Hey, but you know what's funny about that is that, we absolutely have great sports fans here now. But if you want to hear a shocker, folks, okay, of course, in Boston, there's nothing like Ted Williams, right?
Absolutely.
Now, how many people do you think were in Fenway Park when Ted Williams got his last home run?
I know one guy that was there.
Mark, do you have any idea?
No.
You're going to crack up, man.
1,000?
4,000.
Wow.
That's all there was. I used to go to every single game then. I was there.
Yeah.
But it blows my mind because Fenway Park, folks, you know, when you're talking about all those great players, Mickey Mantle, I was at every single game. My room smelled like resin. And that was it. 4,000 people.
Yeah.
Isn't it wild?
Yeah,
it really is.
Wouldn't happen in today's world.
No. And it was $1. Let's see, no, I think it was $3.
Yeah.
To get in.
Yeah. Probably. Well, $3 probably would have got you into box seats then, wouldn't it?
I think it did. Yeah, I think it did. I think it was $1 for the bleachers and $3 and $4 were. And the good thing is, my father worked for a parking lot over there. That's why I was always there. So I'd go to work with him.
Yeah.
And basically most of the time I didn't have to pay because he let the ushers park there.
Sure. I love it.
So cool.
I still have some old ticket stubs, $1.50 for the bleachers.
Do ya? Oh, that is so cool, man.
Yeah.
Now listen to this, because the prices now at Fenway Park are just like outrageous. I mean,
really?
it's a week's pay to bring a couple of people.
A family. Yeah. If you're going to go there with a family of 4, you're probably sinking some pretty decent bucks.
Oh, big time, huge.
Yeah,
$500-$600.
Oh yeah. It's crazy for any of the sporting events now. You know,
or concerts. If you don't, especially if you're going to buy tickets through StubHub or Ticketmaster or something like that.
Totally,
big money. Yeah.
Okay, so we want to look at Havania, right?
Well, Tom, yes. My question is, I guess I have what I feel is a pretty decent entry point on that Havania. I got a couple of Havania in the EXM and the Eagle. But my question is, and I'm always torn with this. I know you're bearish right now, and so of course my question is, I like the chart patterns of these individual stocks.
Yeah.
But overall market, all boats are going to sink or rise depending, with the tide.
That's right.
So, what would be your recommendation on that? Would take a little profit?
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
I'd take it ASAP too. You get Hovania, folks. Okay, this is a housing equity. It's setting up beautiful though. But when we traveled the United States, folks, Steve and I, what I was showing folks, what we're both showing folks, is that how equities come off bottoms, and the housing is doing the same thing. This equity went from $1.40 up to $3.40. Okay, you always have to get your head wrapped around percentages. That's how the golds came off the bottom and 10 years ago. That's how things come off the bottom. What happens at the very beginning is that you have these monster expansions and monster contractions.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have to take your money. Okay? Now, Hovania is a classic, man. This thing looks to me like it's going to probably do a Tiger Gottlieb and basically come all the way into probably your $2.50. This can come into a $1.73, which is a mind blower, but it can.
Wow,
yeah, exactly. And then you want to be all over it. So I would take some profits right now, man, because it's setting up another ABC down. It has the characteristics. Came up with volume, coming back with lighter volume. Had some juice yesterday. You came down with 4.8 million. That's going into 8 million though, but it's setting up that small ABC down. And that has to do with exactly what you're talking about, Mark, that the market itself, because it wants to pull back, are going to take some of those sweet stocks, but they're going to take them at beautiful places.
That's right. And in the 8 million, where Tom was going with 8 million, he was going to that January 12th date. So that January 12th date is where you've got 8.4 million shares out there. And also, you've got about 8 million shares on January 26th. Now, January 26th, you're trading below that right now. The low on that's 258. You're trading at 255. And, as you're coming up into that area, you're getting a rejection. So if you didn't sell it, what you'd want to make sure is that if this thing closed below 244, that you then got out of Dodge. Okay? Yep. So, so just so you're, because then you can make the money management decision that you need to make. On that. But if this thing gets below 244, then that $1.73 is the place to be buying next.
Yeah, I'm out. I failed.
Yeah. There you go.
I don't need to hang around, man.
There's nothing wrong with taking the money. Taking the money's where it's at, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But hey, I got a funny story if you get a second, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Funny, haha. But you're talking about the home builders going, and it's a good place to be. And I remember years ago, Tom, I happen to have these gold stocks come up on my screen. And you remember Drewy?
Yeah,
Drewy?
totally.
Sure.
Okay, so it was on my screen. It happened to come up on my screen, and I happened to buy some. And I was driving in the car, clicking stations, and I heard your show. And you know what you were talking about? Drewy.
Wow.
And that was probably back, what, around 2000?
That'd be 2000, yeah.
Yep.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Here I was, I'm buying these, I'm looking at them going, I must be crazy, but boy, they look good on the chart, you know?
Right.
And I've, been a listener since, because you know the market upside down and inside out. Man.
Well, I appreciate it, man. Cooking, brother.
So, I'll talk to you.
Okay, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. You know, it's amazing. He said there was no doubt, man. When we got into gold, everyone thought we were out of our minds.
Yeah.
I mean, you heard the story. What happened, folks, is that it was one thing buying the equities, but I was
buying the physical gold.
I was buying a lot of physical gold, and we still do business with one of the biggest guys out here.
Yeah.
And it was him and his father, and I was in there saying, "I'm telling you, man, it's the bull market. What do you have?" And it was at $282, folks. That's how sick it was. And the sickest part was this, is that all the coins at that point, folks, weren't the new coins. They were all the old coins.
Sure, that's right.
So you were getting all those old coins. I was, at the very beginning, the first 2 years of that, folks, the way it worked is this, is that you could buy 4 nickels for the same price as an ounce.
That's right, yes, that's right.
The dimes were a little more expensive, but the nickels were the same. So, and you heard the story the other night. So what ended up happening is that whether it was, whether I was going to weddings, whether in the office, everyone was getting, for the first few years, I was paying everyone in gold.
Right, and so and you were doing that. You were telling that story. And then when I was in college, I went to my last 2 years of college. I went to a private school.
Right,
and it was just a private business school, folks. There were like maybe a total of 800 people in there. And I became friends with the economics professor that was there, and he also lived in Detroit. The school was a good hour outside of that. And so on mornings when I would be having classes, I would go ahead and I would pick him up and drive him to school.
Right.
Now, what I was into was just simply the conversation, because this was a guy that had been around forever and had learned so much, and so I was really interested in just simply being able to pick his brain about his thoughts. Now, he came from a whole, a different approach, but I always like talking to folks that have got a different opinion to be able to listen and learn.
Totally.
And I did it for that. I didn't do it for any other reason, if you will. And then he started giving me gold coins. I mean, you think you were the original gold bug? Not even close.
No, it's not. I know.
But it's so cool.
It is.
And that was just his whole. And so, what you ever since him though, you were the first guy that I met since that time period, and that goes back into the 70s. You were the first guy that I met when you took a look at buying things. You were saying, now how much gold is that going to cost me?
That's a half an ounce.
And so he was always doing that same thought process.
No, exactly.
Which was very, very cool.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's wild, man. It really is.
I love that.
Let's go take a look at Europe out here. Okay, so the DAX. Let's go to the DAX first. The DAX in Germany, bottom line, been leading up, been leading down. Oh, yes, it's an ABC down. Look at this. Oh, my God, I can't believe it. I can believe it, but I can't believe it, folks. You know why? Because what happens, there's no doubt, no matter how long I'm in this business, it absolutely blows my mind. Like when I came in this morning, I said to Steve, I says, can you imagine, we know each other so well, both of us, whether it's 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock in the morning, you look at, you click on CNBC, whatever, and this is Steve's quote this morning. This was so cool. Clicks it on. Futures are up. He says, okay, now let me bring up my computer, see what's really going on.
Exactly. It's absolutely.
It's a fact. It's a fact, folks. And what happens there is that when you're looking at Europe, you have to, in that context, at that point, the DAX is still at highs, okay? But you can see it start and fade, and you knew that you went down a dramatically higher volume on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And bottom line, you get an ABC
What
down.
are you doing? Show me what you're doing. I want to see. Show me your cards.
Talk to me.
Show me your cards before I play my hand.
Talk to me, squawk to me.
I love it.
Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, all the Tigers and Tigresses. We're going to be right back, folks.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try patterns, profits, and peace of mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to tfnn.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you register right now. Get Larry's patterns, profits, and peace of mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, I just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650. I should get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
I'm very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, Did you sell us jewelry or did you buy coins off us?
I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we weighted at was less than you guys said, so, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio, therefore we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to the front of TFNN.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today. Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin's Burnstone mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the 4th quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG.
Catch Kate Stalter on the Small Cap Roundup, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 11 a.m. Eastern. Up next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us. Don't forget about the Target Dollar promotion, folks. You make 20 or 30% on your money right here, right now, and that is over this week. So if you want to get my Master Trader free, come to Steve's Master Trader. Get out there right now. Coming up next, of course, we'll go to Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Do a little hot air ballooning?
Oh, yeah. Angie's done that there.
Has she? Oh,
Angie and her aunt has done that there.
Okay.
Yeah, we go to see. I wasn't with them when they went, but they went there. I got the beautiful pictures. Kate Stalt is going to be coming up with you folks, Small Cap Roundup. And then normally we go to Tucson, but we're going to go to Philly.
Yeah.
Larry's doing the show live from Pat's.
His grandson's doing the show today, I think.
Live from Pat's Steakhouse.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, absolutely. It's live from Pat's Steakhouse.
Oh, that's great.
That's going to be from 12 to 1.
Oh,
then
cool.
we're going back out to California. Our man Ken Shreve, 3 to 4, and then back here and from 4 to 6.
That's great.
Okay, so let's see what this market's doing. It's trying to crawl its way back up here. So if we take a look at this SPY. Oh, I love it. Oh, isn't that pretty? That's pretty. And it is so pretty. It really is, man. So what you have is this. So watch this, folks. The SPY, the first time up, it got to a price point of 136.76. And the low of yesterday, the closing bar is 136.74. That is like El Primo, okay? You know, couldn't handle it. Why couldn't handle it? Because you had come down, folks, with 15 million.
Right.
You try to get in there the first time with 5 million. Now watch this. You know what we're trying to get in there with now? 2.5 million.
Yeah.
Not even close. Not even close. It's gonna go test it. But bottom line, that's all it is. It's a beautiful thing. Let's go to Paul in Claremont. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, morning.
How you doing, man?
Hi. All right, and you guys?
Good, thank you.
I called you the other day, but you were short of time, just like today, about LVS. You said stick with it.
Las Vegas Sands. Let's take a look at it. You get Las Vegas Sands. The low's 20. The high is 33. I'd take your money, man. You know, this is selling. You know, I mean, bottom line is that you've had an acceleration up from $40 to 55. Someone's selling this thing. You know, it's not the end of the world, but you
There's basically no volume in it. I mean, what it's got today is usually like an hour's worth of volume.
That's right. Well, I mean, it's set up to get out of $50. And that's a normal retracement. It's not the end of the world, but, you know, that's 10% down.
Yeah, and Paul, if you punch up a weekly chart on Las Vegas Sands, what's interesting is this thing has been in a sideways consolidation going back to November 2010. And the high there is 55.47. You had 249 million shares. Now, you broke above that last week, but on really light volume, and right now you're trading underneath that. So, you know, if you close out the week below 55.47, it's giving you another signal that maybe this thing wants to not just pull back to on the daily chart, but maybe wants to make a, you know, just stay inside this range here.
And the bottom of that range is pretty low.
That's right. Yeah, $37 area.
What's the third? Nah, I don't think that'll happen. I mean, unless the market all totally blows apart.
Well, just go back. Look at the weekly chart pattern. Is the weekly chart pattern? Right. So you know if it can't, if it can't bust them up, what's it going to do?
And you know, in this case here, you know, I understand what you're saying that you don't think it could do it, but you got to remember something. This stock went from $148 down to $2 without a retracement. So
without a retracement,
it did. Yes, it did.
Yeah. Oh, no, on the way down, you mean? Yeah, right.
Yeah,
absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, but all right. So you figure like 50 is probably a safe bet.
I would say that on a retracement.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I figure. Yeah, it's tested 50 and change.
I can tell you this. What I think that very well you could be happening on that. You know that, I mean, he's getting too involved in politics. And that's, you know, if you're in business, you shouldn't be involved in politics like that. And, you know, he's giving all that bread away, and that could hurt him in the long run, man. You know? Cooking, brother. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. You stay right there, folks. We get Kate coming up next, Larry Pesavento, Ken Shreve, and myself.
See you in the morning, folks.